Hey everybody, it's another beautiful day in Osaka. Well, it's actually going to be a little bit rainy, but that's alright. The guys wanted breakfast again, so we're headed out to a random spot nearby that didn't look like a restaurant, but it is. It's like basically, I don't know, a little nook place. Kind of neat. But yeah, it is kind of small in here. They have this Kodama thing. Kill some time trying to get that ball in that cup. That's fun. And yeah, got some eggs on toast. Overall, you know, pretty good, I guess. The lady that was running the place was really nice. And yeah, it started to rain, so we're not really sure what we're actually gonna do. I know one of my Osaka days I kind of planned on going to Tomagashi Island or whatever it's called, but I didn't really want to do it in the rain, and you know, all the chafing on my legs. I'm not really in for a big adventure. But yeah, we decided to head over to the Osaka Aquarium. That seemed like a good thing to do. That's indoors. And yeah, big lineup to buy tickets. Don just bought our tickets online, and our time slot is at 1 p.m. So we're gonna kill some time in this mall that's right next to the aquarium. And yeah, you know, pretty neat mall. They had a lot of touristy things. Arthur's been bugging me to get a Osaka Tiger t-shirt for him, so I was kind of looking for that. And yeah, just generally hanging out. Adam and I, we wanted Subway, so we went and got some Subway sandwiches. And I was kind of nervous ordering these because it's like, how am I going to tell them what I want to build the sandwich? But they all spoke like perfect English, so I just told them in English. At least, you know, perfect English that you would need for working at a Subway. But yeah, that was nice. It's 1 p.m. now, so we're headed into the aquarium. Yeah. There's a neat sailboat out here. Just like One Piece. So yeah, kind of starting off with the tunnel aquarium, tunnel tank you can walk through. They had some weird fish here. Fish with a horn? Weird. Seems like kind of a thin tank. And people were digging it. Oh yeah, classic manta ray. Then we went up a big escalator and we're at like the top. And this is like the Japanese forest. Ooh. They had some otters doing their thing. And yeah, some salmon. I like the moss rock here. Like, yeah, that's pretty good. Again, some more salmon. A wet cave wall with a crab on it. I was like, that's cool. Then you kind of go underground or down a layer, and there's some more displays here. Very crowded. Kind of hard to see anything, but that's how it is, I guess. Some of these otters doing something. Seem like pretty typical is that their displays will have 2 layers at least, where you can see the top. Like here's the top of like the sea lion part, and then you'll go down a floor, and then you'll be able to see from the water. Yeah, I don't know what those things were. Something neat. Yeah. At this point, we've been to a bunch of aquariums, and you know, it's kind of like, is the Osaka Aquarium better than the like Toronto's Ripley Aquarium. In some senses, yeah, but in other senses, like, I don't know. I am a little bit like kind of small tanks for a lot of this stuff. Need to see these penguins though. But again, very crowded. Oh yeah. They do have dolphins here, which is, you know, it's neat to see dolphins. But it's also kind of sad because it's the dolphin, you know, you're like, you probably need a bigger tank than this to really swim free, you know. They're in a kind of a tiny tank here. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of like their main tank. It's like, imagine like a plus sign on the ground is the shape of this tank. And when you first come in, it's very crowded. So if you just like kind of walk further in, it's less crowded. And yeah, there's the giant whale shark. I'm pretty sure. That's what we kept calling it. Maybe I should have read the signs or something, but I was just here to see some fish and look at the tanks. Yeah. So on like the other side of the wall, every now and again you'll see a different thing, like the sea lions again, but now from underwater. I bet the sea lions are chill. Big fin squid. Cool. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff inside the tanks with the giant whale sharks. And I guess there's 2 giant whale sharks in here. So, that's cool. But again, you know, it's a giant whale shark. I don't know if this is really big enough. I guess they're alive in there, so that's something. Yeah. Fish in a tank. So yeah, you're probably gonna see a bunch more of this shark, because it's like 3 floors of walking around, and then you get lower and lower into the tank. Oh yeah, the sardine tank. Honestly, the sardine tank might have been one of my favorite tanks. Talk about overcrowded. But I think that's how the sardines like it. And they were getting fed or something. They were going crazy. So, that was cool. And you know, sardines, I feel like they don't really have a big brain, so they probably don't even mind. Whereas like this giant whale shark, it's probably thinking about something. Cool though. And then there was a side room with some like other stuff. I like seeing these shrimp. This room was kind of decorated like it was, you're supposed to bring your kid in here. But, I mean, I want to see everything. Oh yeah, and the penguins. Beneath the penguin enclosure. Some good swimming space for these guys. Neat to see them actually swimming around. Instead of, you know, just standing. And the dolphins from below. They were getting fed. So... they're doing some weird stuff. I imagine they've like trained them to do that so they can like inspect them and, you know, look for any weird funguses or something. They probably get fungus, you know, being in an enclosure instead of in the wilds. So yeah, some more giant whale shark. I mean, you just keep coming back to this tank, so I'm gonna keep showing it, you know? Oh yeah, these crabs. Big crabs. This crab kind of like messed with that other crab for a little bit. Like, yeah. Must suck to be a crab. Oh yeah, and the jellyfish room. The jellyfish room was kind of dark, so didn't really get many good videos. But here's a couple. Yeah. Jellyfish, man. They're kind of neat. I kind of like how Ripley's aquarium makes the jellyfish rooms into like an Instagram background, basically. Whereas this was kind of too dark for that. Yeah. The Arctic zone. They're feeding the sea lions. And they had like a model of a fake fish here, a narwhal. That thing doesn't exist. I don't know why they have that here. Oh, and they were making this sea lion do sit-ups. That's funny. He's got to do sit-ups to get fed. Cool. So yeah, pretty close to the end now. Pretty sure these are puffins, or I don't know, maybe they're just penguins. Again, sorry for not taking a better video of like what each animal is. But these guys were neat. They're a little bit loud, and they're a little bit stinky. I was kind of wondering what this guy's doing. But yeah, he's collecting the eggs. I wonder if he's like swapping the eggs too, so they still have something to sit on. But I imagine they have their own incubation room going on. It's probably a higher hatch rate than just letting the birds do it themselves. So yeah, kind of neat. Weird eel. That's 2 eels, not one long one. Cool. And yeah, that's more or less it. There was a gift shop, which they had some giant whale plushies. I think that's kind of like their mascot fish. And then another gift shop underneath of that first gift shop, just in case you missed it. And yeah, we went back to the mall, and we were getting some sushi. We're kind of just in the mood for sushi. I don't know why. I guess it has been like 2 weeks that we've been in Japan and we haven't had sushi yet. Mostly because it seems like every sushi place that we do see is like $30 for not a lot of sushi. But yeah, we tried some of this urchin and it was awful. All in all, the sushi was fine, I guess, but you know, just miss the California roll and the Philadelphia roll. It turns out I like Americanized sushi more than original Japanese sushi. So yeah. Anyways, we're hanging out in the mall a little bit afterwards. Adam's going for a gacha. They got a Moomin gacha here, and he wants Snufkin. And he got Snufkin first try. Wow. What a lucky guy. But yeah, that's probably enough for the aquarium and this area in general. Kinda just heading back to the hotel. You know, it was a little bit of a rainy day the whole day. Once we got back, we hung out for a little bit. But I think, you know, people wanted to do more things. Not really sure what though. There is another hard off that I could go to. But first, gotta check out my Street Pass situation. Yeah, I've been carrying around the new 3DS. And I got one new person from the aquarium. That's kind of neat. The other person is Don. And yeah. After a bit of hanging out, we're like, alright, let's go to hard off, you know? We can't just spend the afternoon hanging out in the hotel. Which, I mean, like, that's fair. We are in Japan. We didn't come to Japan and hang out in a hotel, did we? So, we took a subway and a monorail over to another hard off. This one's also got the off house, so there'll be some neat other stuff in here too. The first floor is the mainly off house and anime figures, so this could be a hobby off as well, pretty much. But yeah. I looked at the clothes for a bit, and they had an $11 jinbei without a cringe design on the back. Like, man, could have just waited. However, I did wear the jinbei for a couple days during the trip, which I had kind of planned on, so it's just too bad that I couldn't have found that earlier. Oh well. And just looking at the off-house junk, I like looking at it. Like, who knows what you're gonna find here. Like, they had samurai swords over there for $55. Get some samurai swords. And cannon thing. That's neat. But yeah, anyways, up to the hard op section where they have some you know, video games. They had a decent amount of things, plenty of DS and 3DS, but I didn't see any new 3DS non-XL. So, you know, feeling good that I did buy the one that I saw. And over here, I wanted to get a couple of cheap 3DS games. Yeah, I was gonna use Max's computer to mod the 3DS, but he actually went back to Kyoto and can't use his computer. So, oh well. Here's a bunch of other DS and 3DS. Kinda neat. Some of them are kind of pricey. Yeah. Anyways, another hard off day. I mostly just got a couple games and an SD card. But yeah, that's Osaka. We're gonna take the train out tomorrow. Later, guys.